Hello guys, so after we created our Django project, today we're gonna install Django Rest framework, and we're gonna do some configurations, and we're gonna add some settings to our settings.py file here in our main project. So let's open a terminal. So first thing first, so you know that we need to activate our virtual environment. So how we do that, we just navigate to our virtual environment, activate. So now we have our virtual environment activated. So what we need to do is install Django Rest-framework. Let's visit Django Rest-framework web page and see. So basically, what's Django Rest-framework? Django Rest-framework is one of the best API frameworks. So that that's very reliable and flexible, and allow us to generate our APIs, do all kind of requests, manipulate the data, manage storage and database, those kind of things. So everything that we need from an API, it's here. So to install Django Rest framework, first thing first, we need a Python 3.5 and above, and Django can work from 1 to 1.11 until the latest one, which is 2.2. we are using 2.2 now. So if you go to installation part, so it says to install it, we need just to use pip install Django Rest framework. So let's do it. Install Django Rest framework. So as we see now, it's installing Django Rest framework. Let's go back to the website or documentations. So Markdown and Django filters, we're not gonna use them now. So we're gonna leave them for the moment. So there is some modifications we need to do in our setting.py, which is file in our Django project. So first, it's asking us to install Rest framework. So any application we need to use in Django, we need to install it. So installing in Django is adding it to installed apps. So we need to add Rest framework to installed apps. Okay. Then it's telling us we need to add API auth to our URLs. So you know, in our Django project, we have a URL file or urls.py. So we need to copy this, because this is the endpoint for Rest framework. So, and what that means is go to our URL file, and we're gonna add it here. So this basically is the first endpoint, or let's say the beginning of the Rest framework endpoints. So this means if we navigate to our localhost for now, /API-auth/ any of other Rest framework URLs will be after this link. So we don't need to use the regular expression here, and we can replace URL with path and URL work, I won't say the same, but for now we're not gonna go deep in that. So, but it can do almost the same work. It just depends on on what we can add inside this function path or URL. So, but for now we're gonna just make it simple, guys. So after doing that, let's go back to the documentation and see what we need to add more. So for the installing app or REST framework and adding the URL, we're done. So here is telling us we can add some permissions. So we need to have a REST framework part or section in our settings. And if we look now, let's save this file here and here. If we look now here, we don't have any REST framework section or settings, but we need to add that because we'll be working with it. So one of the main things that we need to work with in REST framework is permissions and authentications. So if we go, or let's copy this first, add it to our, I'm going to add it here. So this basically is telling us that the permissions that REST frameworks will give us are the Django model permissions which we saw at the last tutorial. I showed you what permissions we can set for each user. So this we're gonna change it later, but we're gonna keep it for now just so you can see what permissions are. Other thing is authentications. So it's not included in this, but if we go here to API guide and we go to authentications, authentications is the methods we're going to use to communicate with the API, to authenticate with API. So if we see here, default authentication classes, we have the basic authentications, section authentications, and we have other type of authentications. So let's copy this part for now. We can edit here. Obviously don't forget to put comma there. So those are the main sections that we need: authentications and permissions. So authentications and permissions are very important in order for us to secure and know who can access this API, who can't, and deal with it. So, and for I think for the settings, that's all for now. For the settings, we don't need to add any other configurations. Next lesson or next tutorial, we're gonna talk about we're gonna generate the endpoint, and we're gonna talk about token authentication and how we can allow only a logged in user just to access our API, not any user. So yeah guys, until next tutorial, and thank you for your time.